Here with St. Augustine defensive back Frank Buncom after the loss to Eastlake tonight. What was Eastlake doing on offense that made it so tough for your defense to stop tonight?
Well, actually, it was nothing that they were doing. We just missed a few tackles. Obviously, they're an explosive team. We know what they run. We had a perfect game plan. Just the difference between them that game, obviously you saw that we shut them out in the second half, so we know what we can do. Difference in the game is, I'll probably say 2 missed tackles, a whole lot of turnovers on offense, and that's the ball game.
You cut your list down to 5 a little bit back, and then Notre Dame's entered the picture now. How's the list going, and have they been added? Has someone been taken out? What's going on with that?
I haven't been spending that much time on recruiting. I've just been trying to focus on my team, so I guess you can consider it a top 6 with Notre Dame being up there. But I really haven't been spending that much time in recruiting.
During the season so far, you said you haven't spent much time, but has any school reached out more than another, or has it been pretty equal for you?
It's been relatively equal. But obviously, since Notre Dame just came back into the picture, they've obviously been hitting hearts really hard. That's why I have this official visit coming up. But other than that, not necessarily all equal.
You talked about the official in Notre Dame. Do you have a date for that planned yet?
Yes, sir. That's going to be October 4th.
And other than that, are there any other schools you're sure you're going to take an official to yet?
Well, Stanford brings all their guys up at the same time up in January 14th, I believe. So that's when I'm taking my official to Stanford.
You attended the opening up in Oregon this summer.
Yes, sir.
What kind of an experience was that for you to play with the best around the country?
Well, it's a rather humbling experience because you go out there and obviously you're competing with the best competition, but you have to go in there with the mindset you're not going to make every play because if you're the #1 cornerback, you're going against the #1 receiver. So obviously there's a lot of competition, but it's also a fun opportunity to be able to go out there and better myself and bring a lot of gear back to share with my teammates.
What improvements did you try and make this offseason become a better player?
Well, my biggest thing is my straight line speed as far as cornerback. That's one of the things I want to prove before I go to the next level, to be able to run around a 4.4 time, so I can obviously stick with the receivers, even though I'm a pretty big guy as far as cornerbacks. But as far as my team, since I'm playing in the box a lot, my tackling ability is pretty good, but I just want to make sure I'm wrapping up every time.
You guys are 2-3 now through 5 games. What needs to change to turn the season around?
Well, our biggest things, I believe in all of our losses, we're probably averaging 4.5 turnovers, and then 3 losses, 5 turnovers. And that's just ridiculous. So if we hold on to the ball, we know how great we can be, we know how explosive we can be. So really 2 things, hold on to the ball and make tackles.